All right, creatures, it is Tuesday night. Yes, you heard that right. Tuesday night. We have a Ring of Honor YouTube special they got going on right now. Should be interesting. Who they who they going against? I didn't really see the card for this, I'm not gonna lie. I think I heard about this like yesterday or Sunday. And here we are. Here we are. Who music is this? Really, you? Oh my god! All right, all right, all right. I don't like this song. I don't like the song. It's weird. It's so weird, but not in the good way. Anyway, we have Willie Yuta who's coming out here, teaming up with Daniel Garcia to go against who they going against? Hello to everyone on the chat. Tia's in the house. Valentina is here. With Chinese food, oh Lord, I could use some of that right now. I could use some of that right now. Daniel Berry Sport is in the house. Hello, Daniel Berry Sport. Hello. Robert Brown is in the house. Tia said, okay, Death Rider's working overtime. Yes, overtime. Overtime. Moxley? Oh my God. I didn't even realize you was there. I didn't even realize you was there. Well, this should be good. This should be good as long as they don't squash these two guys here. So this is from when they were in. All right, this is from the tapings from when they were in New York. This is interesting because I wonder how long they were over there taping shit. They might have been in there since morning to freaking middle of the night taping. Which I mean, it wouldn't bother me. I'd stay in there. I'd stay there all fucking day. I'm glad we're seeing more with Danny Garcia and Wheeler as a team because they need it. They need it. By the way, if you guys haven't been watching New Japan, uh, these two are amazing. Jordan Oliver, Alec Price, they are so good, so good. They had a really great match last week when they went against Swirl, and it was amazing. Absolutely, like stuff that you would love to see on Dynamite. Sometimes there are those hidden gems here on Ring of Honor. So Willie Yuta and Daniel Garcia, they got their work cut out for them on this one. They sure do. Hey, David, how are you? Thank you, Robert. I kind of just woke up. Kind of. I was trying to take a little cat nap, but I'll wait till it's done. Take my little nap. I'll wait. This is probably like the third time. I want to say third that I seen Moxley come on here. That's why I said Moxley love Wheeling. He love him. Maybe sometimes it don't look like it, but he does. He does. He love Wheeler Yuta. He's just out here in person to see what they are capable of doing. Sometimes you gotta be right there next to the action. Do 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 do. Valentina said, "Let's hope bum ass Moxley isn't here tonight." LOL, number one hater. Let me tell you something. I didn't like that promo from after the match. I didn't like it at all. Was it a bad promo? It's not a bad promo. I'm just like, so we're not the good guys, right? Because I don't want us to be the good guys. I want to be the bad guys. I don't know if that's gonna change anything. I don't know. I do feel like that was a heartfelt promo for Moxley because Continental Classic was really, really, really good this year, and everybody showed up and showed out and put their best work out there for this tournament. So what he was saying was true, but because it was coming from him, now it almost looked like, okay, so at least John Moxley, is he a babyface right now? I can't say for certain right now. Not sure about that. Daniel Garcia, we need you to put in some more work in this group. We need you to put more work in this group. We're seeing more from Marina as of late. Really, Yuta's always down for whatever. But Daniel Garcia, it's been months, still kind of trying. I'm just waiting to feel like he's part of the group. And I think it's going to take some time. And, with him doing these tag matches with Daniel Garcia, it'll probably help him feel like he's more part of the group. They need to be able to have that chemistry. So the more matches that they have together, the better. This ain't the finisher, right? This ain't the finisher, right? Never mind. Okay, I think he's gonna get out of it. He's gonna get to that rope. I think. There we go. There we go. Come on, like a Boston crab. I see like 50 of those a week on a weekly basis. Valentina said, "Not my champion." Well, he got the title, so I think he is. See, Fluid is here. Said driving home from work, wanted to hit that like button and wish Miss Tati in the chat. Merry New Year! Yes, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Can't believe it. It's already here. We already got a new year, and it's like it happens so quickly. It's like it happens so quickly. I always feel like the holiday season really makes the year go by really quickly, really quickly. So like as soon as October hits, really is when things seems to go by so quick. Because I really feel like it was Halloween the other day, literally. Oh no, they're beating up on Jordan. Well, it's not looking good. At least Moxley's kind of impressed. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, that's not the finisher, is it? What's going on? So he hit his finisher instead of. All right, all right. So he hit the finisher, didn't pin him. He went to go on the ropes and celebrate, but he had to go back and pin him. All right. John Moxley probably noting that down. All right, all right. Mark Davis. Mike Davis. Oh, I love me a meaty man. I like that. Um, that's my type. But he doesn't have tattoos though. He don't have tattoos. Does he have any piercings? Probably not. Probably not. But I like him. I like him. All right. I don't see piercings, but and he got a beard. Like you can't go wrong with a beard. Can't go wrong. All right, we got the Don Callis music playing on, if you want to call that music. Maybe not music, sound. Don Callis family sound playing right now. Mark Davis is walking over to the ring. Why aren't they even booing? Like I don't even hear anybody booing. I don't like that. I don't like the quietness. Like when you hear the Don Callis family music come playing, you should be booing. So that would be ideal. All right, well, who this in the ring though? Who this? Um, who, he look familiar. Trying to see who that is in the ring. This looks like it might be a squash situation. Y'all know when they say so and so in action, it's a squash situation. Robert said, "Happy New Year, Tati." Oh, thank you. Happy New Year. See, Flu, you make sure you get home safe. Put that phone down. Roberto is here. Hello, Roberto. How are you? Mark Davis is such a bear. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Oh, that's just how I like it. Just how I like it. And I know like with the whole Continental Classic is over or whatever, but I'm still selfishly hoping we get our Aussie Open reunion. If we're looking to make a mark on the tag division. I don't know how people would feel about that because it's been a really long time since they have tagged with each other. So I'm not sure if the fans are wanting that, but I do. I do. Roberto, I see you over there on the Ring of Honor chat. You're not gonna be slandering my people on there. I see you talking about who's that? He's talking about Hechicero. Don't do that, Roberto. I see you. Valentina said that, oh, I gotta learn these people's theme songs since I am full time AEW. Sometimes I hear them and I'm just like, I have no clue what I'm hearing until somebody comes out is when I realize, oh, that's so and so or whatnot. So the Don Callis family, we know it when we hear it, but like the Willie Yuta and Danny Garcia when they came out, I was like, who the hell is this? I don't really care for it. Well, at least Mark Davis is here. We gotta get some wins for the Don Callis family. Who that in the ring? He looked familiar. I just haven't gotten a good look at his face. Yeah, we need more wins. Let me tell you, man, that pay-per-view, I don't know how you felt about it. Um it wasn't bad. The pay-per-view was not bad. So this is not me saying it was bad. It was the flow of the show that you started out so strong with the two semifinal matches from the Continental Classic. It was really strong. And then from there they went to FTR against Bang Bang Gang. And I was like, oh, that's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? Um, I didn't really care for it. The flow of the show just didn't go the way that I think it would have been best. And it just kind of felt like you were sitting through something the way you didn't want to sit through it. So for me, something about it was just not the vibe that I was looking for. And in comparison to the other AEW pay per views, it wasn't as strong as the others. So I don't know. I don't know. And then MJF winning that really for the first time ever. When have y'all ever heard me be mad about MJF winning? Never. Never. So I was not happy about that either. Not happy about that. But he's champion now, and we'll see how long that lasts. Who will be the one to take it from him? I'm not hoping for something long because I already seen people talking about, oh, let him have it until what's the pay per view again? The one in UK, All In, and I'm just like, so like that's literally half the year. Y'all want him to have the title for half a year at least. Now some people are saying that he should go take it to All In to either go against Bobby Lashley or William Osprey. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Mark David, let's wrap it up, baby. Let's wrap it up. Okay, not a complete squash like I thought. Not a complete squash. Roberto, I saw you over there on that chat. You're not gonna go slander my boys over there. No way. No way. Yes, I got eyes everywhere. Everywhere. Tia says they put it in the Ring of Honor chat. TK keep Ring of Honor on YouTube. That is definitely an option. That is definitely an option for them to keep it on here. I doubt that they would. That's why I always wonder, like, how are they doing in terms of the subscriptions on the Honor Club app? I don't know. Um, they could possibly make more money with airing it on YouTube, from the ads and whatever else that they got going on. I don't know if that's the case, but it could be. All right, we've got video package here with the girls. Okay, it looks a little bit more like a video package for Madison Rain. something like that. Oh, and it is on YouTube for anybody who wants to watch the show. I forgot to mention that. Okay, but where's Deanna though? Our champion. We didn't even get a celebration party for Deanna. What is it? Billy Starks Diamante going against Deanna Perrazzo and Madison Rain. Okay, all right. Oh Lord, where have they been? Big Bill. Oh my God, he married. Um. Oh, I like that too. That's my type too. Tall, with abs. He don't got no tattoos though. That's a thing. He don't got no tattoos, but whatever. Brian Keith is here. We haven't seen these guys since God knows when. Where they been? I didn't really know they were still even a team. I'm not gonna lie because we haven't seen them in so long. Who they going against? Dark Order. Um, well, you know, when you're employed and they gotta use you, this is it. This is it. Dark Order is here. Alex Reynolds, John Silver. Um, it's easy to forget about Dark Order, but damn, Big Bill and Brian Keith, I don't know where they've been at for a while, a while. So that's interesting. Really interesting for real. Like I'm trying to think the last time I actually seen them on TV. I honestly couldn't tell you. I think, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen them, so I can't really remember them as a team. So there probably wasn't the best team out there. But that's the thing; you need to be consistently on TV, consistently doing something for people to see y'all grow and have better chemistry. Um, Dark Order, I could they be on here, every other week, every other month, something like that. They've been around for a long time, so honestly, I don't really have anything to say about that. But they could be doing so much more with these guys, so much more. This is the one thing about wrestling that I wish was better. Well, not necessarily wrestling itself, but these promoters. I don't know what it is. Y'all feel like we have to keep seeing the same 8 to 10 people every week. Meanwhile, y'all got talent like this who's sitting back there not doing anything, or probably at home not doing anything. People want to see these people too. Who don't want to see Big Bill? That's a beautiful man. So I don't know what's been happening, but like we need to make more of an effort to do more with the people who are on the roster. Valentina says Tati and predictions for AEW in 2026. I'm hoping they use more people. Whoever it is that's collecting the check, you gonna work. That would be me. All right, that would be me if it was my company. If you getting the check, you working. You working. I know it's a lot of people in AEW, but we have several shows on a week where we can try to incorporate as many people as possible. I don't have to keep seeing the same people over and over again, over and over again. Really great talent that we haven't seen in quite some time. It can go either way here for this match in particular. Don't really matter to me because, like I said, I haven't really seen these guys that often for me to even really care to cheer for either one of them. But it's good to see them all, though. Well, not looking good for Alex. Not looking good. Um, Predictions though, I that's a good one. Predictions. I haven't actually thought of any actual predictions. I just have my own things that I wish that they would do for next year. I honestly like if I were to say what I would like to see out of AEW next year, less pay-per-views would be nice. And it's not that I can't afford it because Honeycon, I'm buying them. The thing is that I feel like the stories don't have enough time to breathe. With a pay-per-view pretty much every month. Like I don't like it. I don't think it does the company well when they just have a pay-per-view every month. Now I get it that it's a money thing too because they do well when it comes to these pay-per-views. But if that's the case, if y'all feel like y'all had to do them on a monthly basis, then y'all need to be telling better stories. Y'all need to tell better stories. Using more people, like I said, about like Big Bill and Brian being over there and they're not even doing anything. Brian Keith is like a fucking god here in Texas. He really is. And to go to AEW and that not translate on television is insane. It's insane to me how that happened. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say about that. It's kind of strange, kind of strange. So using talent better. Predictions. Hopefully, Chris Jericho ain't gonna be over here no more. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I'm over it. Absolutely over it. Um, Better working relationship with New Japan because it's not looking good. Um, so I want to see like a better working relationship. Oh no! Brian accidentally hits Big Bill. I know John Silver not pushing somebody like Big Bill. Oh my god. I mean he's like a big small dude kind of. I wonder how tall he is. Okay. All right, John trying to get this little win. Mm, that can't be it. That can't be it. There's no way. There's no way. Predictions. I hope they come back to Texas like a million more times. I could use more shows to go to. Why not? Tia said they would get so many eyes on YouTube, and people have a YouTube Premium, so no ads for them. But they do get paid though, right? So like when you have YouTube Premium, I know they don't get the ads, but like those people still get paid, right? I wonder if it works that way. I don't know. I actually don't know how that works out. I know Dark Order not about to take this win. What is he carrying Big Bill? What are we doing? Wow. Well, he's strong. He's pretty strong. There we go. There we go. I knew Big Bill and Brian was gonna win. I knew it. I knew it. Tia said Bill on PTO time. I guess that's what it is. I guess that's what it is. It's been a while. It's been a while. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, will we see them again on Ring of Honor, Tony? We'll see. But let's be consistent too. So predictions. I'm hoping they're more consistent with the booking because it's nice to see them here, but if anything, let's see them again and have that do something because Sammy and Beast Mortos has the tag titles. I haven't seen them since they won the damn titles. I haven't seen them since they won the title. So that would be nice to at least rack up some other teams on the show. And so we can have a nice solid tag division. They're showing right now the survival of the fittest match for the Ring of Honor World Title. Blake said, "I should have won," and honestly, low key, I would have been okay if he won, or if Hechiseto would have beaten Bandito. Bandito, it's time. It's time because I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on. Blake not doing anything. Put the title on him. Hechiseto not doing anything. Put the title on him. Put a title on him. So we'll get Bandito and Jay Lethal teaming up to go against the Swirl on Thursday. Satnam Singh. What's the next comment? Tia said, I've been catching up on indie promotions, and Brian has been working on those events. Yes, Brian, he booked him busy. He's always booked and busy. It's just that, like, how I've been seeing him on AEW has been disappointing for me. It's been disappointing for me. When I moved to Texas, who this in the ring? Charles Mason. I don't know him, but all right. This will be over in about 2 seconds. Anyway, Brian Keith, like the first wrestling show that I went to in Texas, he was gonna be the main event, and I said, "Let me stop what I'm doing and go over there." I went and dragged my daughter over, and I met him at the show, and I was like, "Yo, he's fucking dope," because I had been watching him even before I moved to Texas, and he had always been, a big motherfucking deal out here, and I went out my way to go see it in person. And I seen him a few other times within other promotions, and right before he got signed with AEW. So, I had high hopes. I was like, yes, like this is a fucking dope ass wrestler. He's gonna come over to what you call it? He's gonna come over to AEW and fucking shoot to the top. And it just hasn't been that way. They threw him in with Chris Jericho. Oh my god. Can't believe it. Cannot believe they even did that, but whatever. And he's Satnam scene with this fuck shit. Whoever this is, this poor baby in the ring with Satnam. At least he get a little TV timer. At least that. Have I seen him somewhere before? I don't know. I don't know. I probably seen him, but cutie referee Brandon is here. At least we got that. At least we have that. Fletcher is here. Hello, Fletcher. How are you? Fletcher said, "What I need is AEW next year is more European show. They need that crowd. Oh, absolutely. They need to try to do a little European tour around the time that they're going to be at All In. So while they're at All In, they can do a few. I mean, they haven't announced if they're going to be doing like Dynamite or Collision. I'm pretty sure they'll end up doing something over there aside from All In. But I think that they should try their luck and go to a few European cities while they're over there. Europe is where it's at when it comes to wrestling. Like the European fans, they absolutely love professional wrestling. They want more of those shows over there. So they'll show up. They will show up for sure. All right, Ace Austin, I see you. I see you. So they definitely need that. I know they're going to be going to Australia in, I think, February, I think. So they should add in some more European countries as well. All right, so we're going to get Rocky going against Ace Austin. They're the same height, I think. Fletcher said apparently Dakota Kai is going to Stardom. They did. I need to see that. I saw Stardom. They said they're going to be doing a show in Las Vegas. So I'm guessing that's around the WrestleMania season. So they're going to be doing a show. They just announced that this morning. So that should be fun. That should be fun. I was like, oh, maybe I should make a little trip to Vegas, but then I realized what what was going on that weekend. So that's probably a no for me. Probably a no. Hanson is here. Said hi there. Happy holidays. Are you ready for the New Year's Eve tomorrow morning? I'm ready to sleep in tomorrow morning. I took the rest of I actually took tomorrow off. I have to go back to Miami on Thursday morning, and I have to be back in Texas on Friday, which I'm not looking forward to doing all that in like one day, but bring it on. Bring it on. Rocky Romero is here. I love Rocky. Absolutely love Rocky. He's gonna be going one on one with Ace Austin. Ace Austin gonna get an ass whooping, courtesy of the Don Callis family. Charles and Mustafa Ali had a match. It was so good. Mustafa Ali, I haven't seen him in a while. Over HOG, I haven't seen him in a while. All right, Ace Austin. I feel like they're probably trying to make him maybe a regular for New Japan. I mean, not New Japan. What am I saying? New Japan. For Ring of Honor, and that would be a good thing too because I know he's with the Bang Bang Gang. I just don't really know where that's going. Honestly, I don't know. Not that Bang Bang Gang is definitely done with FTR and chasing this title. They ain't got nothing else to do. Might as well come on and Ring of Honor. They're not gonna do anything else. They're not gonna do anything else. Ace Austin not missing a day at the gym. Oh my god. Oh my god. He too young. He too young. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He is so good. He is so good. That match that he had with Kyle Fletcher, I believe it was TNT title. That's the best match he's had so far in AEW. I actually went to that show and I was sitting and I was like, oh my god, like to see these young guys just tearing it up like this, it really feels good to know that, the future does look great with having these guys on the roster. Ace Austin, I mean the promos are it's not strong. Um but the potential is there. Like I said, the more that these guys have time on TV, the better for them. Pretty much gearing up for being some of the top guys within AEW or wherever the hell they're going to be. Rocky, let's fold them up. Let's fold them up. Fletcher said Mustafa Ali always cooking. Valentina says my predictions: one, Tony and Mina turn heel and become the first lesbian power couple. Two, Jamie and Kyle Fletcher win the Owen Hart. Oh, that's a good choice. Ooh, Kyle Fletcher. Um, that's not a bad choice. Jamie, that's not a bad choice either. Three, Death Riders and Callis family feud. And four, Sisters of Sins as tag champions. Sisters of Sins, I wouldn't mind seeing them win. I need to see more from them as a team, though, because I feel like we need a little bit more chemistry between these girls. But oh, another thing too, like Tekla, I feel like we haven't seen her like doing anything in the ring in quite some time or being part of any bigger storyline. So I'm gonna need more of that. This is part of the reason why I'm just like, see, oh, we love you, but the TBS title, um, let's be done with that. Let's be done with that so we can get more girls to be within some of these stories. Because while she's over here doing all these things with Athena and all that, that has nothing to do with the TBS title. This tag stuff has nothing to do with any of that. So I want to see something else. Oh, Rocky, let's go. Okay, okay. Rocky showboating for the camera, getting a little TV time. I do appreciate it, Rocky. I appreciate it very much. He's probably gonna lose here, but we'll see. We'll see. What you saying about the Don Callis family and Death Riders, I actually do want that, but I wish there were more wins with the Don Callis family. It's not enough, unfortunately. We need more. We need more. I don't want them to feud with the Don Callis family. And it seems like they're taking all the L's. Like the only ones that really be getting the wins where it matters are like, Fletcher and Takesha and Okada. And that's it. Like what they doing with Josh Alexander? Josh Alexander is not doing anything. Oh my god. Let me not go crazy about it. Come on, Rocky. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Let's teach this youngin a lesson. Let's teach him a lesson. Okay. All right. Nice, Larry from Austin. All right. All right. Tia said the new year to me is Aries season, spring season, but I will enjoy my day off on Thursday. Yeah, I go back to work on Friday, not Friday, on what's it called again? Monday. Why I'm forgetting what day it is. I don't even know what day it is. So I go back to work on Monday, and honestly, with the new year, like we do get kind of busy. So my job, I don't want to say they don't allow, but you can't request any time off for the first 3 weeks of the year. Typically, when it comes to like the medical field, the beginning of the year is the uh, kind of like the most busiest because this is when everybody's changing insurance or they have new benefits and things like that. So there's a lot of changes, and people just gonna be calling nonstop about dumb shit. Come on, Rocky. Is he bleeding? I think Ace is bleeding on his chest. See, they could have used a nurse ringside, a ringside nurse. That you know what? There go my prediction. I predict that I will be hired to be a ringside nurse. There you go. There you go. I got my papers in order, and they need somebody ringside to bring out the ice or the first aid kit. I will be there on time. I'm always ready. Always. Uh oh, Ace, Ace. I need to see them workout videos. Oh, and that's another thing too. I can predict workout videos from the boys for 2026. This is what I be saying. Like I know it sounds weird to say, but if AEW y'all want to capitalize on the talent, why y'all not posting workout videos for the girls and whoever else is into it to be drooling over on YouTube? Oh, he almost had the win. Almost. Not quite. That was close, Austin. That was a two. Two. Um poke him in the eye. Poke him in the eye. Punch him in the dick. Let's go. What today? Why rough counting slow? Rocky could have taken the win. Oh my god. That was horrible. Rocky don't deserve this. Rocky don't deserve this. Valentina said, gonna go devour Chinese food and catch you guys later. Hugs all around. All right. Well, what you ordered? I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous. I'm actually, after this, I'm going to make some eggs for dinner. Like, literally, that's what I'm doing. Eggs for dinner. Uh oh. Rocky, get on. I know I need Don Callis family taking some wins. We need it. We need it. I mean, yeah, Mark Davis did win earlier, but damn. Ace is good. He's really good. No. Damn. We needed that win. We needed this win. I mean, this was a great effort from both these guys, but we needed this win. I mean, Ace Austin, this is second appearance here in Ring of Honor. Bring him back. Bring him back. You know, let him do a little something something on the show. Okay, they're showing a clip from Final Battle with Red Velvet and our CEO. Jay Millie, hello, Jay Millie. So, what's cracking, Queen Tati? Did you see TK interview today with response to Cody comment about being disrespected in AW? No, I didn't. Me? No, I didn't see that. What happened? What do you mean disrespected in AW? What happened? This is the first time I'm hearing about any of this, so I didn't know. All right, our women's TV champion is here. This brown and gold and green combo she got going on. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. So fucking beautiful. So beautiful. Who's she going against? No, Jamie, I didn't hear about it, so I don't know. Tia says TK talk to HR. Start Tati's paperwork to be hired now. Yes, right now. Right now. I'm ready. Oh, Janai Kai. Okay. Hey, we're not squashing my girl. We're not squashing our girl here. Is this for Proving Grounds match? Not title match, I don't think so. Okay, Proving Grounds match. You gotta last 10 minutes of this match, or pin, or submit the champion for the win. I doubt that's going to happen, but maybe she can last the 10 minutes. Not every day you see barefooted wrestlers. Not every day. Tia said, not the banana is a very important body part. Very important. Very important. It's very much needed. Very much needed. All right, Red. Our champion is back. I mean, the kinesio tape on that shoulder and that arm is if it was me, I would probably never wear kinesio tape. I don't want anyone to know where I'm hurting. We just gonna have to thug it out. No kinesio tape at all. Re- let's see. Jamie Lee said TK kept it professional, but you could see he was clearly irritated. Well, what interview y'all talking about? What happened? Who had an interview with Tony? No, I didn't see it, so I don't know what happened. Tony Khan just be interviewed by anybody. Tony Khan, you don't want me calling for an interview. I don't know. Like I've had like people ask me about doing interviews on my channel. I thought about it for a moment, but I was like, I'm not interested in that. I personally am not interested in asking like wrestlers questions for like YouTube or anything like that. I don't think it's for me. Now, if I ask them questions in private just for like for me to know something, then sure, but not like in an interview. I don't think I'm the interview type. I don't think I'm the interview type to have the perfect question. I would never have the perfect questions because if I was doing like a interview with Tony Khan, he'd fucking walk out like in the middle of the damn thing probably. Because I'm not the type to sugarcoat things. I'm not gonna be fake just to keep you sitting there and answering all my questions. Like I'm gonna ask exactly what I want to know, exactly what people want to know, and they might not like that. They might not like that. So I don't see myself being someone to interview anyone. Not me, probably not. Oh, well, how many minutes are we in? She is stressing our champion out, going after the shoulders and the arms. She going for the ropes. Rev, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention. Tia said, "I would like to see a match between Marina and Janai." Oh, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Both of them have a background in judo. I would like to see how they both can incorporate that. Now, that's one of the things that I have had a somewhat of a problem with Marina. Like earlier on in her time in AEW, I always felt like nobody could match her style. Like having that judo background, and I always felt like she tried to incorporate that with wrestling, but it didn't translate well with the other girls who don't have the experience with that. So to see her in a ring with someone like Janai would actually be pretty cool to see two people who know the same thing. That would be pretty cool to see how that would work out. Tony Khan, you listening? Let's make that happen. Red Velvet is not looking good. Dang. So what's she gonna do? Stomp on her back for the whole 10 minutes? She's stretching her out. Jamie said it was on Q101. I'll post it and tag you. Okay. Okay. I didn't know. Very rarely I be seeing like Tony Khan doing interviews. Typically whenever I see him doing an interview, it's like whenever there's about to be a pay-per-view. So what is this? Is it old interview or something new? How y'all will be here sitting here asking him a question about Cody Rhodes after all these years? Come on, man. We moved on. We are moving on. We've been moved on. All right, Red. Red don't win. It's fine. It's fine. It's a proving grounds match. You're obviously not gonna want to lose, but the challenger will get a shot for the title at a different date. Oh, she looked like she about to wrap it up. Oh, never mind. Janai got something for her. Ooh, no, You gonna kick me with your feet? No way. You got no shoes on, nothing. I'm not a foot person. I don't like feet. Don't touch me with your feet. Uh. Well, are they keeping track of the time? But how much time we got left? She's being really aggressive with Red. And honestly, I don't fault her with it at all. She wants this win. She knows what the weakness is for Red Velvet. All that Kinesio tape is basically saying, "Hey, hit me here, hit me here. Look at my shoulder, it's fucked up." This ain't. Well, there's that. There's that. Janai didn't win, but she looked awesome here. Absolutely look awesome here. Let's give her that match with Marina. That would be cool. That would be cool. Tia said, "TK, take notes and do it." Yes, let's get it done. Let's get it done. We got about like 2,000 people watching Ring of Honor right now, which is good. I don't know if that's how many people would have been watching on the app if it were to be on the Honor Club. Let's go, Red. We need a good feud for her. We can make like Janai and some of the other girls be more of a regular on the show. We need some more regular girls. I don't know how y'all gonna handle all these contracts. The show's done. Is it done? All right, all right. So there's that. So we had less than an hour of Ring of Honor. So we got that. We got that. Bring her more often, Tony. The girls can definitely use some of these girls to come back more regularly. Jay Billy said it was today he started off talking about the tournament. About the Continental Classic. What I gotta do with Cody Rhodes? This is a thing, and that's another thing too. Like when it comes to interviews, I guess you can say, "Hey, I'll do an interview, but don't ask me about XYZ." You know what I mean? Um, if it was me, you can ask me whatever, but like to be bringing up the old shit, like Cody Rhodes been gone for how long, and y'all want to ask about that? Like I don't. Sometimes I just be asking some messy shit. He gone. He gone and he's doing other things, and AW has obviously moved on. Unless did Cody say something recently about being disrespected in AEW? Because then that makes a little bit more sense of why they would have asked that. So interesting, very interesting. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? He said, and how great World's End was this? This is like his second interview he's done since this past weekend. Okay, I did not know. Typically, I don't really watch wrestling interviews. It gotta be it gotta be somebody that I really, really like. I guess I don't know. I typically don't. The only time I ever really go for it is whenever you guys say, "Hey, did you check out XYZ?" Then I go probably check it out and see if I can make it throughout the whole interview. But I'm tired out with these interviews. Um, I think I saw the other day MJF did something with somebody. I only watched a few minutes, but that was a weekend of World's End, but before he won. At least it looked like before he won. So I only watched a little bit. I don't really care about interviews. I just want to watch matches. That's my thing. Tia said Red Velvet is my girl. She's awesome. She's fucking awesome. Roberta said Kai is really good. MLW fucked up. Well, MLW. I don't know if y'all watch that. MLW. They just had this cool kind of video of Cruel has left Contra, so he's no longer part of Contra. He was talking, he was fucking talking, and said that he was gonna be walking alone from now on. And I thought that was interesting. Damn, what's that guy named? The Asian guy. It looks like he might end up being the leader of Contra. I really don't know. It was kind of a bit of a cryptic promo, but it did look interesting to see where it may go from here. But I don't know. MLW has had some interesting moments within 2025. Hopefully, it gets better next year. Hopefully. She gave her a pimp hand strong knockout slap. Roberta says Velvet is awesome. Very, very. Tia said I forgot about it being an hour. LOL. I mean, they have had some episodes that has been more than an hour, 2 hours. If somebody asked me how long Ring of Honor is, I can't give a time because it could literally is randomly something different randomly. It said, Tati, I know you've seen Kenny responds to William Regal's post. Yeah, about the next situation. And it's not just William Regal. I've been, hearing like other wrestlers, especially like veterans, talking about how um wrestling nowadays, like they kind of feel like wrestlers don't care in terms of their health, and that these wrestlers are just going out there and doing whatever they feel like calling wrestling and getting hurt. And truth of the matter, I think it was, I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, I think William Regal's specifically him was that came from what happened during the Continental Classic match with, is it Moxley and Fletcher? Yeah, Moxley and Fletcher from World's End. And it's not just that, because a lot of times, so here's the thing: these veterans, they're witnessing wrestling evolve and change. Like it's not the way it was back when they were wrestling, and I understand. And a lot of times these fans are like, "Oh, you're just jealous or whatever." I don't think that's it at all. I really do feel like, they're trying to give criticism for these younger guys to say, hey, be careful out there. You guys are trying to do all these cool things. Y'all want to have viral moments or whatever situation is, be careful. There's a lot of times I see wrestlers get in the ring and I feel like they're being I guess you say careless. Uh, Maybe not careless. Maybe they know what they want to do, but when you execute certain things, you can hurt yourself. You can hurt your opponent. How you come in is how you want to fucking leave, and the same for your opponent as well. And you gotta be careful, with how you do things in the ring. And a lot of these guys who's been there and done that, they have the experience. They can show y'all the x-rays of all the broken bones and everything that they've gone through, being pro wrestlers. So I do feel like it does come up from a place of love, because a lot of these wrestlers, like, you would be lucky to end your career without serious injuries, without broken bones or things like that. I mean, it's just a thing that most wrestlers go through. Roberta said, can't wait for the you shoots interviews in 10 years. Sean Oliver, be ready. Ready. No more Contra. I don't know if it's no more. It seems like, so they had like he had I don't know where the fuck there was, like a jungle or something, and there was a computer, and they were at like what this the computer was asking Cruel to do certain things or whatever, and Cruel said no, he's not doing it. He shut the fucking computer down and he said that he's by himself. I don't think that the group is no more. I think it is, but I he's out, and maybe someone's obviously going to take his place or whatnot. So I don't know where it's going. I have no clue. I would like MLW. They love CMLL. Yeah, CMLL wrestlers are always there. And that's interesting because now that I think of it, there isn't really much of an MLW presence on CMLL like how you see it on MLW. So it is a little bit different, but yeah, they are consistently there. I just had Here's my thing. I'm pulling for them to have a great product, because like I love pro wrestling, and I want to see all these promotions succeed. There's just been a lot of hiccup for me with MLW, where it's just like, yeah, go in the right direction, but there is definitely some leadership problems for the promotion. So I'm hoping for better stuff for them. I hope so for next year. Roberta said in 10 years, Oliver can get TK, Rock, Trip, Cena, can ask Mortos, how's the bag of bones? Roberto! This guy. Computer was asking, cough, cough, wink, wink, El Clone. El Clone is not El Clone. It's not El Clone. Speaking of El Clone, they did tease something about El Clone. Was it at the pay per view, I think? About El Clone doing his little debut or whatever the hell he's supposed to be doing. El Clone been over there for a few months now, right? It's been a few months, and he hasn't had a match. I think he's like attacked somebody like once or twice, but that's it. We haven't seen anything else. So for me, we can be doing a hell of a lot better with that. That's what I'm saying. Don Callis family, I love them. I really do. But like, what are we getting out of this? Only Takesha Fletcher and Okada are looking like stars in the group, and everyone else is just there. That's it. That's it. I want to see more. I want to see more with the group. El Clone has not had a match in AEW yet, so whenever. Oh, they did say what they said was coming soon, January Collision, something like that. That's what they said. So one of these Collision episodes is when he's going to be debuting, probably one of the ones that I'll be going to. So we'll see about that. We'll see about that. It's probably going to be a squash situation, which they shouldn't, because I feel like they're so good that they shouldn't put him in a squash match so people can see what he's really capable of doing, like going out there and just say, hey, go out there and have a 2-minute match is not enough for a debut like El Clone. I think people would be genuinely um surprised with how talented he is. Tati tried GWF. Aura killing it. What GWF? Who that? GWF. Let me look it up real quick. GWF wrestling. What is that? German Wrestling Federation? Is that what that is? Um, I can give it a try. Let me know. We will do a watch along by then, good sir. What watch along? GWF got meaty Dominic got a meaty Dominican cat as a top dog. Is it this German wrestling thing that I just found, or is it something else? What's the full name of the promotion so I could look it up? You had me at meaty. At meaty. I like that. I like that. C. Lewis said, when I was driving, Tati, I heard you speaking on New Japan AEW relationship. Oh my god, I did a video about that, but I didn't get a chance to upload it, so I'll upload the video when I'm done with this. But I do want to say, like, I told y'all so many times that I didn't like the partnership with New Japan and AEW. I don't think that I'm not saying that it has to be 50-50, because like what in this world is 50-50? My thing is that I don't feel like they benefited from it. Um like if there was a partnership that I was part of, I would have been happy with it. I feel like there could have been better display of New Japan within AEW. Imagine you have a partnership with a company, and you're thinking that positive things are going to happen, because let's be honest, that partnership should have worked out a lot better, because we're talking about like during, is it the pandemic? I think they officially made their partnership, I think 2022, 2022. I don't think it was 21, something like that. So around that time, where this is really crucial, the popularity was dying down for them, but they still had key players within New Japan. Problem is that those key players, especially the ones that the foreign crowd is drawn to, are now in AEW. And imagine those big names like William and Okada and Jay White, these guys up and leaving to go be with your partner. Not like, oh, well, I'll be part of both. Like they literally left and have not had any matches within New Japan. The only one who's doing that is going to be Okada on Sunday, since he's going to be going against our president. And I for me, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I've been telling y'all this since the jump, like something about it I'm not feeling. So for those of you who don't know, Yoda Suji, he did an interview with New Japan, since he's going to be going against Takesha for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. But his title is also on the line too, for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship is on the line as well in the at Wrestle Kingdom on Sunday. And long story short, he said he didn't like AEW. What has the partnership done for us? Nothing. And that he wants AEW and New Japan to cut ties. I don't think that this was a work at all. Matter of fact, this is a fucking shoot. Like this is literally how he feels. And I've been hearing for a while that Yoda Suji didn't like AEW. And, I was like, I'd rather hear him say it, because I haven't heard him say it. And showing up, he said it. And in a way, I understand what he's saying, because, like, he wanted more to come out of the partnership. I think the company itself wanted more out of the partnership, and it just hasn't worked out that way. Like, how disappointed I was with what's that show, Forbidden Door. I was really disappointed. You know what really made me feel like AEW don't look at New Japan like how New Japan might look at themselves, was when they put Zach and Nigel in the middle of the card, like bathroom break time at Forbidden Door. I was just like, oh, so that's how y'all really feel. That's how y'all really feel, to for them to have such of an important title, a iconic lineage as the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and y'all threw it on the main of the card, on the middle of the card, like it was nothing. Couldn't even believe it. I could not believe it. And earlier, the pre-show, they had War Dogs. Who War Dogs went against? War Dogs went against. Damn. Let me pull up the card real quick because I forgot it already. See, that's what I'm saying. Every month there's a damn pay per view. And I forgot. Okay, I had the card up for Forbidden Door. They had hold on, that's not the match I'm looking for. Ooh, I just saw a picture of Bishop Khan. That man is so beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, they had that's what it was. The Ops going against the War Dogs. I don't remember it being the Ops, but whatever. They played my boys, and that match was rushed as hell because they barely had enough time to go on to the main card or whatever. They rushed it, and this was literally the my boys from the War Dogs that were, because Drilla, he was doing the G1. Clark wasn't. Robbie wasn't. They wasn't doing anything. And they could have been using those guys to build up the story and then added Drilla or whoever else from War Dogs to be part of it. And they didn't do anything. Like the lack of storytelling when it comes to working with New Japan is crazy. Do y'all remember that time they brought Clark Connors over there just to have a match with Swerve and we never saw him again? And I was just like, oh, I thought it was going somewhere. We all thought it was going somewhere where they would slowly bring in New Japan stars so that it can build up Forbidden Door, and it went nowhere. It went nowhere. It went nowhere. And another thing too is that the ones who still have working relationships with both AEW and New Japan, they are barely working in New Japan. We're talking about Mercedes Moné. We're talking about John Moxley, who is still part of the New Japan roster. He hasn't had a match. I think the last match that he had affiliated with anything New Japan was that match with Naito. When he lost the title. That I think that's the last one. Um, the Young Bucks had a match in New Japan this year. They did. They had the tag titles. Matter of fact, this year in New Japan, that was like January, February, and the last match that they had, I think they were teaming up with the Good Brothers. I think to go against the War Dogs. So that we saw them for like a couple of matches. Um, I don't think that they're on their roster page though for the Young Bucks. I'm not sure. I would have to look back at that. Kenny Omega only had one match with New Japan this year, and this is after Kenny did a whole promo talking about New Japan and Japan is home for him, and he only had one match. Now look, I'm not gonna get into Kenny so much right now because we know his health is not the best. And if it were me, Kenny should be like picking and choosing, nitpicking when he wants to be in the ring. So I'm not going to get too much at him. Kevin Knight has a dual contract with New Japan and AEW. And since he's been signed with AEW, we're not seeing him over there. We're not seeing him over there. One of my favorite tag teams in New Japan was Kushida and Kevin Knight. And now I barely see Kushida. He ain't doing anything. So, when they open the doors to not just a partnership. Sometimes you're opening the doors to something else. That's like letting a bitch in your house and she take your man. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. It's similar, but not really. But like I said, they're supposed to be something more where they both of them can benefit from, and I just have not seen it. And I really do feel like you have to be watching both promotions to see where Yoda Suji is coming from. When they did that pay-per-view this year after Wrestle Kingdom 19, which was a Wrestle Dynasty, AEW hardly promoted it. They didn't even have it on their website to say, hey, we're doing a show in Japan with CMLL, with Ring of Honor, Stardom, and New Japan. There was none of that. And I kept checking. I was just like, well, why aren't they saying anything about it? And after that World's End is when they brought it up. They brought it up, and it was already less than a week of the show. A lot of it felt thrown together, and not the best way. So you mean to tell me that you have a total of 5 promotions together and we couldn't work together to make this a bigger thing. Like, you know how many people is watching Wrestle Kingdom, and now we're gonna move on the next day to Wrestle Dynasty. It should have been a bigger motherfucking deal. And then sure enough, we're not doing that for 2026. So we're only gonna get Wrestle Kingdom 20, no Wrestle Dynasty. I don't know why that played out like that, but there's that. There's that, you know. Um, like I said, it doesn't have to be 50-50, but I don't think they've gotten probably anything that they want. The talent is leaving. I know y'all seeing them talking about um certain people leaving New Japan next year or whatever. And that does make me sad because I'm not surprised that people want to leave, but I would have encouraged people to stay, at least extend it for like, I don't know, 6 months or whatever, and just see what this New Japan might look like, with, you know, the president, you know, no longer wrestling and him being able to focus on being a president and change the booking. Like if it was me, I would have walked in there and I said, well, who's booking this show? You're fired. You're fired. We're going to get a new team up in here and we're going to do things differently. This is an opportunity for New Japan to just do things differently. You know, have a new team if you had to. If you got fire people, don't be trying to fire people. They're not making you money. They're not making you money. You're losing views. Bye. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Oh, German Wrestling Federation. Okay, I'm gonna check them out. Cho said, "Hey Tati, just reminder, I'd like to join Wrestle Kingdom stream." Okay, all right. Well, I did put the stream. It is on my channel. Um, I don't know if you on Instagram. If you on Instagram, you can hit me up on Instagram, and I can send you the link for the stream. So it said it was like 2 p.m. Eastern, which is good for me. So I got a little bit of time to leave Collision and be able to do the live stream. So if anybody want to join us for the Wrestle Kingdom stream, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. Do you feel this might be the way? Because at the beginning AEW's existence, New Japan didn't want to do business with AEW. I felt like I've read this somewhere, maybe a comment from Kenny and the Bucks when they were in New Japan. Um, I don't know if they've ever expressed that they didn't want to work with AEW. I honestly feel like it could have worked out. Is this you talking about back when AAA and them was involved? Um, I'm not necessarily sure if that's the case, but you know, I'm actually happy that they were able to come together to do something, you know, with New Japan and AEW. Now, you know, with the comments that Suji said, is that gonna make there be problems? Honestly, I really don't know because he did an interview. That interview was for New Japan, and they decided to air what he said. You know, they could have just said, you know what, we're not going to post that. We'll post everything else from the interview and we'll just scratch that off because we don't want our partners to believe that that's what the company itself believe in. I don't know what the situation is when it comes to that. However, um, I think that if they can't work it out, then forget it. You know, forget it. I wouldn't have said if I was Suji, I wouldn't have said it like that. I wouldn't have said cut ties because sure that's how he felt, but you have to also think of it this way. You have to think of it as in you're saying something that you potentially who might take this title off of Takesha being the top guy. If you're saying that the top guy of the company feels this way about their partner, then you know that's gonna leave a sour taste in AEW's mouth. So Suji probably don't give a fuck, but I like I said, I agree. I've been saying it for a long time. I would have just said, hey, you know, let's get together and figure out a way to put out how this can both work in our advantage, because I really do feel like it's so important with wrestling for promotions to work together. I actually like seeing these shows when you're seeing people from different promotions working together. I like that. That right there makes wrestling feel healthy. When you have one promotion or several promotions just doing shit by themselves and not being able to partner up with others, this is how we have that problem with WWE. You know, and I just hope it don't go like that. Like even WWE, like they would benefit from working more with other promotions, but I do feel like they have other ulterior motives in mind. That's a whole different story. But I hope things work out with them regardless for New Japan and AEW. See, did you know there was another WCW in the 90s called Windy City Wrestling? Actually, no, I don't think I've heard of that. Steve Lewis said yes. Paul Heyman used to book matches for them. Really? I gotta look that up. I've never heard of that. I said I just found out about it a couple of weeks ago. That's what they were saying. Truth be told, Windy City Wrestling sucked. I mean, it doesn't sound like it was the best thing around, but I've never heard of it. I gotta check that out. Gotta check that out. All right, you guys made it to the end of the chat. I will do a video talking about this. For Ring of Honor. I already did a video talking about the situation about the New Japan and AEW. I just didn't get a chance to post it. So I won't be live this week up until New Japan. So I won't do Ring of Honor on Thursday, and I won't be able to do Dynamite. I think GM is going to do that. I don't know yet. Jay Millie, I probably forgot to tell you, but I'll be doing Collision this month. Be going to those shows, so I won't be able to live stream the Collision episodes for January. And what else? So yeah, I will be back for a live stream on Sunday. That's going to be for Wrestle Kingdom. And remember, Wrestle Kingdom, it is part of the monthly subscription, so you don't have to pay anything extra. It's $10 for a month subscription, and you'll be able to get the pay-per-views on there. So it's 9.99 for the pay-per-view for Wrestle Kingdom as part of the subscription. So we'll be doing that. And what else we got going on? What else? I guess that's pretty much it. That's it. Yes, next year, literally like less than 48 hours away for 2026. Sibylla said, being from Chicago, it used to come on all the time. Christopher Daniels, he was a champion over there. I gotta check out some clips if I can find something on this. Windy City Wrestling. Chosa just made it and sent you a message. Okay, I'll check that out in a moment. I said, be safe if you're going out. Yes, I'm freaking traveling. I'm going to Miami, so I'm already over it. And I'm gonna go to Miami, just be there for a few hours, go back to Texas, and then head out to Dallas for Collision on the weekend. So I will see you guys then. So Jay Millie, I don't know if you have GM's Instagram, so y'all can talk about like if y'all what stream y'all want to do or whatever like that. But if anybody want to join for Wrestle Kingdom, let me know. I will send you the link, and I'll see you guys on